Hey everybody, welcome back to The Witcher. We are looking for Dandelion, of all people. Pretty excited, and apparently he is heavily involved with the Rosemary and Thyme. This is a, let's call it a brothel, for lack of a better term. So, I don't even know if there is a better term. It's exactly what it is. So we're gonna head over there. However, along the way there's a couple of interesting things. Namely, somebody that might require our assistance back here.
But it rains.
Nidus. Or Nidus?
Witcher? Oh, hear about the notice by chance?
Potentially.
Not quite, but what's it about? I hear right, you're going on some voyage, need a companion.
Not just some voyage. Cross the sea. Mark this. When I got pressed into the infantry in 1242, I promised my beloved Letta I'd return alive, whole, and with a pearl from Skellige. Not just any pearl either. A black one. The rarest and most precious.
Well, well, ambitious.
Perhaps. But they were empty words. I came from the war, that one and the next, but I never fulfilled my promise. I time to change that. For if not now, then when? Thing is, I've grown old in the meantime, as you see. Can't manage it alone, need a strong shoulder to lean on. And the Witcher's shoulder's as strong as they come. So, what do you say?
Yeah, I will definitely help you. Do we have to help you right this minute?
Plan's crazier than it is sane, but there's an irresistible charm to it. Offer me some pay and I'll help you out.
Don't you fret about coin. I brought home a good deal of it from various fronts. Say we meet in Skellige, by the collapsed bridge near Arenbjorn. It's but a hop away from the bed where black pearls are born. Will that work for you?
Yes,
Sounds
that'll work.
fine. See you there.
Okay, Black Pearl, meet Nidus near the collapsed bridge. And I'm curious, whereabouts is this? I don't think we would see it here. Yeah, so it's way off in Skellige. Okay, so it's pretty cool. We've got like, Skellige is this whole other area we haven't even touched base on yet, Novigrad. I'd really like to head up to Kaer Morhen at some point. That would be cool. We know we have some people there waiting to see us. All right, let's keep going. Can't wait to see my old friend. Let's just map this out here. We do have a notice board I wouldn't mind stopping at. And that's surrounded by a few of the merchants anyways. Just get an idea of what they're selling. Oh, this is the bank. That's what this is.
Well, look who's here. The White Wolf himself in my humble establishment. How can I be of service?
You can take all of my other currency.
How's business?
Really? That's the best you got? That's like asking a fisherman if they're biting, or an old gran about her health. Business is booming. There's profit to be made from war, provided you've the know-how. Before Nilfgaard had even crossed the Pontar, I'd contracted for insured deliveries of wood and iron from Kovir. Reaped a 7-fold return on my investment.
Nice.
So you might think. But then there's the non-human poll tax, the church's tithe, war taxes, and my overhead. Subtract all that and you're left with a pittance. A dozen or so chests and no more.
Oh, is that all? A dozen chests? I do not need a loan. But I would like to convert some currency.
Got some coin I'd like to convert into crowns.
You've come to the right place. A better rate you'll not find anywhere in the city.
I wonder if that's true. Oh, whoa. Just like that, okay. And he's also a renowned Gwent player. So I will definitely hit him up later.
Greetings.
Show me your wares.
What do you got? What do you got? Little fish, little... That's about it. That's about it. Okay.
So long.
The thinking customer will see right away I've got the best deals this side of the pond.
Well, you want to
Welcome.
sell something to me?
Welcome.
What have you got there?
Okay, so Reliever's Decoction increases damage dealt and damage taken against wraiths. Oh, and decreases damage taken. Yes, better. Necker Warrior Decoction. Mount Never Panic. 50% increase to mounted combat damage. That's actually kind of cool. Not bad, not bad. Not bad.
So long.
Let's just take a look here and see. We can make a blue mutagen. Another one. Greater blue. That's nice. Okay. Let's see if we can make any of these decoctions. None just yet. Okay. Cool. Now we do have a notice board, and then we can go and look for Dandy. Buttercup, as I affectionately refer to him. Okay, so warning for new arrivals. Newcomers are hereby informed that the Novigrad 1 worships the eternal fire and only the eternal fire. The practice of any other religion will be treated as an act of heresy and punished to the full extent of the law, that is, by public incineration. Particularly forbidden is the wearing of the symbols of other deities, the conducting of rituals in their honor, or the preaching of other faiths. Jesus. No, yeah, never mind. Haunted house. So, I seek a witcher of unsullied reputation, documentation requiring prior achievements and written references preferred, who will undertake the task of combing the residents of the outskirts of the city, recently acquired by the undersigned Count Kurt Dysert, in order to find and drive off or kill the creature which is haunting it. A sizable reward is guaranteed. Okay, so very similar to the previous house we just looked at. We have an imp. On behalf of the Merchants Guild, I hereby announce the following. A particularly bold beast, an imp to our thinking, is taken to thieving in the market near the city gates. Though it has not yet harmed any humans, this monster has caused a great deal of irrecoverable financial loss. Whoever tracks down and kills this imp shall receive a hefty reward, one free of all taxes, in accordance with our Honorable City Councilman's Decree numbered 1271C 7th 10. I do not tarry in providing us assistance, do not tarry in providing us assistance, good people, for retail trade is the backbone of a healthy economy, meaning the financial well-being of the city's merchants lie in all your best interests. Sounds like in this very rich area, we could make quite a bit of coin. Oh, this is what I'm talking about. High-stakes Gwent tournament. Count Thibault invites you to come to the Passiflora, where he shall proudly host a high-stakes Gwent tournament. On offer will be not only riveting play against superb opponents, but also fabulous prizes for the victors. Only ladies and gentlemen with fortunes vast enough to cover the entry fee are invited to join. We'll also require all entrants to be in possession of an above-average deck, one fitted with a good measure of neutral cards. Decks shall be checked before entry is permitted. Oh, that is cool. Okay, I'm into it. Beware, haunted house and cheating merchant. To all upstanding residents of Novigrad, hark the words and warning of a loyal fellow townsman. Do no business with that blackguard de Jonquier. Uh-oh. Though his line is held in high esteem and considered honorable, he himself is a swine and a cheat. He sold me a resident at a most attractive price, knowing all the while the house was haunted. He sold that place? There can be no thought of inhabiting it, for an evil spirit torments all who set foot therein. For now the ghost contents itself with rattlings and prankings, but who knows what foul deeds it will turn to in time. Let then anyone with a half bit of wit about them stay far away from said home, and never make a deal of any sorts with this defrauding de Jonquier. That's funny. Contract Monster in the Bits. By order of the City Council number... reward has been set aside for the killing of the monster which torments and murders residents of the Bits after dark. The only acceptable proof of having performed this deed shall be a trophy taken from the monster's body. Yes, this means your mother's or cousin's or aunt's eyewitness testimony will not suffice, nor will a sworn word of any other person, regardless of his or her claimed relationship to you. The hierarch or anyone else, and also without caring for wit for his or her alleged trustworthiness, which supposedly can be attested to by anyone at your favorite drinking hall. For more information and or to collect the reward, see the District Superintendent for the Bits, Lund. Alright, we'll take it.
How?
Buxom lasses from the lands already taken by Nilfgaard.
Those guys sound interesting.
You read my mind.
Okay, now I do believe that we have another notice board here that I think I'm just gonna jet to, and then we'll go down and talk to, catch up with Dandelion. Doors slamming shut.
Stop scaring us.
Well, it's like you guys have never seen a Witcher before. It's a little bit embarrassing.
It takes a great deal of arrogance to call a pyre salvation from sin.
Hey, we have a barber. We're totally hitting that up. No question. Okay, these are all like just little basic ones. So this one is Worshipping Eternal Fire, Armorer's Guild. No one shall forge nor sell armor nor helmets in Novigrad unless he has first joined our ranks and proven his credentials as a master. Okay, that bodes well for us. Members of the guild must pay out 2 out of every 100 crowns. Any member who knowingly takes on another member's apprentice shall pay half his earned profits to the guild. Any member caught selling iron helmets and breastplates claiming they're steel shall be stricken. Any member who brings a weapon to guild meetings shall pay a day's earnings to the communal fund by way of punishment. Do not fondle the merchandise. Fondled goods must be purchased by the fondler. And hot burning firewood. Church of the Eternal Fire seeks to purchase firewood of the highest quality. Any man who can supply such product will not only be generously compensated, but will also aid the fight against heresy and lechery, for the wood will be used to build the pyres upon which mages and other such filth will be incinerated. Okay. Cool.
Dreadfully though. It's downright painful.
Now, if I wanted to get in to see this barber, looks like this might be my entry.
That sort wandering the city.
Here we go.
Greetings to the honourable gentleman. Razors, scissors, knives, ground to sharpness mere moments ago.
Need a trim. Think you can manage?
Okay. So let's start with the hair. I wish it would kind of show us. Shaved on the side, short on the top, and ponytail. That's like my typical Geralt look. Elven rebel cut, loose, not too long, long and loose. Shaved except for a ponytail? Ugh. That is not what I expected. That is not what I expected. Not quite. Let's try the Elven Rebel. Thank God he has magical hair growing powers. I'm not really a big fan. No. What is happening? I wonder if different barbers have different hairstyles. I doubt it. Okay, that's not bad, actually. That I like that. That's kind of cool. Let's check out the beard. Oh my god. Full beard, trim short. Just trim it down. I want to kind of check these out. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of goatees. Mutton chops are probably going to be hideous. That's actually kind of interesting. Just doesn't fit. Mustache and soul patch probably ain't gonna fit either, to be honest. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. It just looks so, like, not what I imagined. Let's keep full beard, trim short, please, for now. There we go. Much better.
So long.
Yep, I can deal with that. Might be a little Metro Geralt, but it's fine for me.
Stare any harder and your eyes will pop out.
I am not even considering staring at you.
Elven blood, eh?
Well, another freak. Washed your hair lately?
I actually just got it cut, thanks. Like, look at the architecture here. It is unbelievable. I gotta say, I'm a little bit obsessed with this place.
The best stock in all Novigrad.
That's what they all say.
Need to push enough for all comers.
No one to push.
Very good. Manners before trade, always.
Uh-huh.
Let me have a look.
Okay. Oh, this is the best. He does have some dust, which is not bad. I'm gonna come back to him to play some Gwent later.
The best deals this side of the pond.
Excuse me, everyone.
Very present in the front to the eternal fire.
What village are you from?
Willows. It's into the area 2 goes road to the sea, mate.
I never come back, you stinking staggies.
All we wanted was...
Is that?
Don't give a flying fuck.
Oh,
what you
yeah, it
wanted.
is.
Get! Next time I'll rip your fucking legs off and shove them up your arse till you've toes for teeth.
Ah.
Gear up in the nick of time, as always.
Zoltan, with your boot to someone's ass, as always. Who were those men?
Local colour. I wasn't gone more than a moment. Long enough for them to turn our home into theirs.
Oh, they might not be done.
All right, time for some spring cleaning. I've got to boot them all out. Care to join me?
Absolutely.
With pleasure.
I got your back, Big Z.
Stop walking into his soul!
Come on. There's one. Whoa, I think I just did a drop kick. We're kind of in weird... Oh, there we go, Big Z.
Yeah, almost like we never left Birkin.
There we go. Get out of here.
I'm pleased. That went well. Now we can greet each other like the gods ordained. Ages, pal.
No doubt.
Hey, Zoltan. You look good.
Training plenty lately. What with the war on, no Mahakaman meat to be found, but Redanian lagers standing in just fine. You, though, you've withered a bit. Something worrying you?
Well...
Got some problems. Rather not burden you.
Fuck off, Geralt. Need to spill your guts to me now.
I love him.
There's a few things.
Let me guess. Triss? Yennefer, perchance?
Triss
Actually,
and I
this time-
talked. Cleared some things up. As for Yennefer, well...
So you found her? Ha! Need to tell me all about it.
Maybe
I
another
will.
time.
Some other time. Got something a tinge more important to take care of now.
Meaning?
I'm looking for Ciri. I know she came to Novigrad. Might still be here.
You mean she's come back? I'll be damned. I wonder if I'd recognize her. How many years is it now? 6, 7? But what'd she be doing here?
Hiding, probably. She might be in danger.
see her in your dreams?
Couple times. Her and the Wild Hunt.
Oh, not good.
Not at all, but I know she came here and contacted Dandelion.
We've a wee problem then.
Let me guess. Dandelion's not
Where's
here.
Dandelion?
I'd like to know that myself. Maybe he could explain what the hell's going on. Or just barely returned, as you saw. Expecting to come home to a hot leg of boar and some cold ale. What do you find instead? A shite storm.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Dandelion gone, the tavern chock full of bums. Have no clue what happened.
Let's look around. Might find something that'll put us on his trail.
Prime idea. I say we start on the ground floor. It's where he sat and wrote.
We saw something on the shelf. Yeah, right over here.
10 barrels of Toussaint Dry, 5 cases of sodden triple mead. Nothing here.
No. That's exactly what we're looking for.
Care to explain?
It's his planner.
Oh. He's starting to take this pretty seriously.
Seems Dandelion's taking the tavern business seriously.
If you only knew. Gives it everything. Not seen him this obsessed ever. Seems when he inherited this fine establishment, it came with some fine responsibilities. Bookkeeping among them. He also made a habit of noting down the times of his meetings, official and private. So, who'd he been seeing of late? Ah, here it is. Seems he's only been meeting women of late, the dog.
Am I really that surprised? I mean, it could definitely help.
Not a bad idea. Dandelion's pretty loose-lipped. Might have blabbed something to a lady friend that'll put us on his trail.
That's what I'm counting on. We should divide these somehow. Perhaps... fuck it. I'll ask the lassies in my half, you interrogate the ones in yours. Should you?
Zoltan, wait. This is in verse.
And you figure that's unnatural because...
Wonderful. Meet me back here when you're done. Share our findings.
Right you are. Need to do a wee bit of tidying before I go. Cannot stomach the idea of coming back to this mess. And you'd be wise to read your bit before you scurry off. If you need anything, I'll be next door.
Alright. Thanks, Big Z. Let's check out the planner. Written in verse, of course. Okay, Rosa var Atra. Like a rose abashed of its crimson hue, fair Rosa would sink into humor's blue. She shunned her lessons in civility to swing her dwarf with agility. A charming garden enclosed villa in Gildorf. Okay. And Molly. Though well she knows the touch of silken lace, she shuns not straw when gripped in lust's embrace. Gildorf, next to the morgue. Vespula. Though timid in looks, no adventure did skip her. My heart melts when she asks, ever had a Big Dipper? Far corners, laundry near the mouth of the Pontar. Marabella, though her cries are divine when behind closed doors, standing on stage, her squawks are drowned by snores. The Bits near Popper's Square. Eliel, a figure most rare, her nature dual. Look deep in her eyes or be made a fool. Taylor's shop across from the tannery. Okay, so we're gonna have to go and talk to all of these women. Look at that. Are you kidding? Louisa Lavalette. Now, let's just see what else is going on here.
The faculty of Oxenford University is honored to grant Julian Alfred Pancratz, Viscount de Letenove, the title of Master of the Seven Liberal Arts.
Is there anything else that we could... that could give us any additional clues? The Chronicles of Redania? I think that's a new one. Letter from a female admirer. Oh, this should be good. The thrust of your hypnotic gaze left my visage red and hot. The whole world suddenly set to spinning in a whirlwind of oblivion, and I plunged into purest ecstasy, imbibing its nectar, the music, and the singing, you. For that one brief moment, I felt as if I were the lute you so skillfully strummed and wanted nothing more than for you to put your dexterous digits on my soul's yearning chords. Okay, that's fantastic. The Chronicles of Redania we'll come back to at the end. I don't consider this stealing, really. I consider this more, you know, a friend helping me out. And I do want to check upstairs. Gate of the Hierarch? I swear I'm looking for clues. Oh, I found his alcohol stash. Okay, and I believe there was even another floor. This is locked, huh? Well, that's interesting. I'll have to remember that. Seriously? Okay.
Still here? Looking for something?
Just checking to see that everything's in place. Buggers might have hauled something off for pawning.
Actually, glad you're still here. Wanted to ask you about someone.
Oh, okay. We can ask about each of these people.
Though well she knows the touch of silken lace, she shuns not straw when gripped in lust's embrace.
Molly keeps things tidy for the Baroness Lavalette.
A baroness
that's
within
the
reach
connection
settle
there.
for a chambermaid?
Dandelion's not one to judge folk by their station. You know that. Like he says, in the alcove, we're all equals.
Yeah. Guess a true poet observes life in all its aspects, examines it from all perspectives.
Yeah. Dandelion the
If
warrior.
I didn't know him better, I'd say he was jealous about this Marabella.
Oh, I doubt it. Former pupil. And well, the tales he told me about her.
Doubt I want to hear them.
Probably better off not. Things between them took a turn for the strange at some point.
Meaning?
She had him wearing mummers' costumes. Took to calling him Christian, referring to herself as Anastasia.
Huh. Truly perverse.
Is
Is that what I think it is?
Called him her stallion once. That's the fool took it as a compliment. Till she pulled a bit in the reins into her cupboard. Poor bastard fled out the window.
Vespula. Name rings a bell. She threw his knickers out the window.
That's her.
Hollered something about him being a scoundrel with a voice like a consumptive pheasant.
That's her.
Threw flower pots at him.
Guess soul flames never die.
Yeah, I think we read about her.
Like a rose abashed of its crimson hue, fair Rosa would sink into humor's blue. She shunned her lessons in civility to swing her dwarf with agility. Dwarf. Never suspected he'd be so humble.
Dwarfs what Rosa var Atre named her Guihir. Well chosen, eh?
All right. But Varatra? Her dad happened to be the Nilfgaardian ambassador?
He is. You know him?
Wouldn't say that. Had a brief conversation with him at the palace in Vizima.
Well, then you've a good notion of the kind of bloke he is. Commissioned Dandelion to tutor Rosa and her sister in the art of rhetoric. But we Rosa preferred swordplay.
How dare she reject the great bard in favor of a common swordmaster?
More than one, it seems. Week on week, we get fresh gossip about her thrashing another instructor. So bad he resigns. Word has it her dad's now looking to hire her next victim. I mean, instructor.
I mean, Dandelion's playing it risky with some of these.
A figure most rare, her nature dual. Look deep in her eyes or be made a fool. Well, well, seems fascinated with this one.
Not without reason. Never been much for elven women myself, but this one's exceptional. Dare say Francesca Finderbeard be jealous.
You want to take this one, then?
Nah, you can have her.
Why?
See, elven beauty's like a young Beauclair wine, whereas I prefer vodka straight up.
Okay.
Well,
so we got 6 ladies to talk to.
Thanks for your help.
So let's see. This one's nearby. They're all relatively close, and in order of how close they are, actually. Let's chat with one right now and see what we can expect. Look at this well-decorated little hut. I've never seen anything like that.
I will get you every last copper, with interest. Give me a week, please.
Horson's no banker. He's an honest man. You pay on time, you get protection. You don't pay.
Whoa.
Help!
What you hollering for, stupid wench? What are you hoping for? A knight in shining armour?
Close enough.
Keep
I'd say so.
Greyhead, not your concern.
Vespula's got someone else's protection now.
Really? Who's that be?
Oh, interesting. The King of Beggars, or... I don't know if I should be throwing his name around.
Mine. Offered her a better rate.
All right. So, let's see if you're a good bargain or just cheap shit.
Steak.
Let's go, boys. Whoa, what's going on? That was weird. Okay, we've got an archer.
You'll never learn.
Not you.
Mistake.
That'll do.
Covered in blood, all of it. So much work for naught.
No need to thank me. It was nothing.
Sorry. Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful, but everything I had, I just lost.
It'll be okay. I have a question.
Don't know if you remember. We've met.
I don't... Wait, I know you. You're that witcher I near clobbered with a vase when... Well...
When you kicked Dandelion out. Through the balcony. Actually, he's the reason I'm here. Know where he is?
Probably out whoring. That horse pheasant. That lying scoundrel.
Ouch. What did he do to get your goat?
Same thing as ever. Prize bullshitter came back, saying it was till death do we part this time. And no more
Classic
than a week passed
Buttercup.
before I spotted him in Harbourside, strolling with some trollop on his arm. 'Twas the last straw. All those questions about the washerwomen at the bathhouse, then this. I beat him black and blue and threw him out on his ear.
Dandelion ask you about other washerwomen? Not terribly subtle even for him.
Maybe he likes some sudsy.
Maybe. But what did he ask about, exactly?
Oh, this and that, really. What's it like at the bathhouse? Have I got any friends there? What are their working hours? I don't know. Maybe he's looking to hire one for his tavern. Maybe I got all in a huff for no reason.
Maybe you did.
This woman he was with in the harbor. Who was she?
Claimed she was his niece from Covere. Ha! Horvere, more likely.
Oh.
Corset so tight her eyes were popping out her head. His too, come to think of it. An artist or a whore. Doesn't much matter as they're one in the same.
Huh.
Thanks for your help. Listen, when I find Dandelion, anything I should tell him?
No. I mean, tell him he's a two-faced snake, but it would be nice if he dropped by.
He's got the long-lasting charm, that's for sure. So, I mean, that could potentially be... Oh man, it got dark fast. That could potentially be Ciri that was with him, but... Who knows? Okay, well, tell you what. I think we're going to take a bit of a break. What I will do, though, is maybe throw in a round of Gwent, if possible. Ooh. And we can try... I want to see if this is the same guy that we ran into previously. I don't know that this is the right...
Mistaken me for someone else.
You're the only one who's made a mistake. Now step up some.
Leave him alone.
And who
Oh, this is
might
a different
you
one,
be?
but...
Temple guard undercover.
Call me an admirer of law and order.
Made a mistake coming to this town, then.
You're making the mistake. Leave him alone.
And if we don't?
Well, you're going to regret it.
This man's not worth your efforts. His shop's drowning in debt.
You're right. Even looks like a pauper.
I beg to differ. Don't even know why I bothered the bugger. My apologies, and fare thee well.
I, gotta go brush my teeth.
Yeah. Brush your face as well, please.
Go home, merchant, and try not to come round here anymore.
I will. I mean, I won't. I mean, both, yes. Thank you, sir.
Okay. You're welcome. So he's not the one that I was looking for, but I think it's probably... Could be this one. Let's go back out through here. We have the guy at the bank, Vivaldi, I believe. But we ran into this guy, and I'm wondering if his card could help us, because if we're going to play Vivaldi, we're going to need to be well armed, I think. Excuse me, everyone. I don't know that this is the right location. Here's Vivaldi.
Oh!
Life's wet enough in the gutter. It can't be.
This is not the one either, but let's talk to him anyway.
Known as the White Wolf, the Butcher of Blaviken.
Geralt
got
of
it.
Rivia is enough. What is it?
A man came to me a few years past, paid me to keep a book for you. Said you'd
What?
come for it one day.
Who was he?
He didn't introduce himself. But the book has a red cover, that I remember. I'm sure I've not sold it.
All right, see if I can find it.
and perhaps glance at the others while you're at it.
So you're a book merchant.
Be glad to look over what you got.
Very interesting. So this, if we're gonna sell any books, this would probably be the place to do it. Some of these we already have, like, I don't know that we have Wonderful World of Insectoids. Some of these we definitely don't have, but we could definitely benefit from some of these books. Let's find, oh, probably right here. The Merry Adventures of Muriel the Lovely Harlot Illustrated Edition.
The Adventures of Muriel the Lovely Harlot, adorned with humorous engravings.
Could that be it? On one occasion, Muriel went on a journey to see her auntie in Maribor, accompanied by her nursemaid. Their path took them through a forest, and in this forest lived a raucous troop of bandits. This infamous group was led by Flynn Selms, and all the king's men had been unable to bring them to justice. Alas, such was Muriel's great misfortune that these bandits chose to attack her carriage. Muriel's nursemaid was old, blind, and deaf. She did not wake when a tree fell in front of her carriage with a loud thud, nor when the bandits fought a fierce battle against their guardsmen. When Flynn ripped open the carriage door with his muscular arms and stepped inside, Muriel had to deal with the danger herself. "Make our guest comfortable, young lady," the old nursemaid muttered in her sleep. Muriel obediently carried out her instructions. Okay. Don't think that's the one. The treatment of furuncles through cauterization.
Treatment of furuncles through cauterization. A study.
I have a feeling that this is not it either. Everyone's been a boil, usually more than they'd care to. These deformities don't just mar your beauty, they can be signs of disease or even the disease's cause and epicenter. If your lungs wheeze and your heart flutters, or if you're just sick of pustules, you can carve them off and be free of this ill for good. When you go to carve off a boil, use a sharp knife, which you've had a dog lick thoroughly beforehand, for a dog's tongue works wonders in healing wounds. You've got to be brave as you go about it, slicing as confidently and steadily as if carving off a hunk of cheese. Ugh. Then quickly cauterize the resultant wound with a red-hot poker. Don't pay any mind to screams or tears. Pus, bile, and other humors need to be gathered in a basin, then dumped in a pit, and the pit covered, else the illness might return. I'm not sure that's what we're looking for either. My manifesto, the life of Jacques de Aldesburg.
My manifesto. Must be it. There's a letter inside.
This could be cool. Let's read the manifesto first. The reasons for choosing Jacques de Aldesburg as Grand Master remains a mystery. The Order of the White Rose has gone through a crisis in those times, was on the verge of collapse, so one might guess that the Brethren wish to have someone decisive as their leaders, someone with a clear vision. De Aldesburg was precisely such a man. One of his first decisions was to change the Brotherhood's name to the Order of the Flaming Rose. The most puzzling aspect, however, is that the Order and the King himself decided to trust a man who, for all intents and purposes, had appeared out of nowhere. They say he was a wanderer, an itinerant priest who moved crowds with his speeches declaiming non-humans. They say he worked miracles and showed his flock visions of a world destroyed by the White Frost. He was undoubtedly a man of great charisma, one instilled with unshakable principles, which he in turn tried to instill in others. Was he truly a source? Was he indeed gifted with raw magic talent? That we'll never know for certain. Now, there's always been speculation that Jacques de Aldesburg was in fact Alvin, the young boy that we met at the very beginning of The Witcher. And I think that is still probably the case. The letter from A. That's gotta be Alvin. Witcher. In the ocean of possibility, some events are more likely and some less. It's not easy to fish out the first, not even when one's intellect stretches through all time and space. I left this letter for you in the hope that despite all odds, you will come across it one day, for I must warn you, mankind is threatened. The prophesied destruction of the White Forest is not just the babbling of some mad she-elf. Perhaps she will have the opportunity to convince you of this in person. If not, I must rely on this letter, which you will read many years from now, at a time when you know more than you did when we first met. Know that nothing will save the world except preparing its entire population for this catastrophe. The old tales say a child of the elder blood can stave off the danger, but I tried and failed. Ever since I have been haunted by a hideous vision, a crowned wraith, the specter of my failure. I was the chosen one, and the chosen one failed. You and your brotherhood are our only hope. When the time of the wolf's blizzard comes, men shall perish and only the Ubermen will survive. Your duty is to give the world Ubermen. Whatever you think of me, do not fail as I have failed. That has to be Alvin. Like, that is really cool. That all but confirms it, right? That is really cool. That is really cool. Vampire's last likeness. Tyromancy, the noble art of cheese divination. Alright, well, tell you what, we've got a couple of books to read. Let's do that. I actually want to see if there's anything within the quest summary that might explain more what we just read. Geralt found the book and inside it a letter from someone he had once known. Though he gave no outward sign of it, this filled him with touching recollections of old times. To this day, I don't know who the old friend was, nor what he had written in the letter, and that's a shame, for judging by Geralt's behavior, therein lies a very interesting tale. It's definitely Alvin. Gotta be. Okay, let's grab a couple of these other books here. Moribundia, the Vampire's Last Likeness. Thereupon, Isabella took Edward's glistening... Oh, no way. Is this a Twilight thing? Glistening visage in her hand and embraced his icy lips, which were twisted into a cynical grin. Forgive me, my love, she whispered, stifling her sobs, leaving her bosom. But my heart doth long with fiercer passion for yon werewolf, this is for sure, whom thou hatest with all thy vampiric thou-ness. 'Tis for the best, spoke Edward, shifting his pale face towards the equally pale moon. With me thy life has never endangered, with yon werewolf thou shalt know peace and happiness. Edward turned around and took a step towards the exit, but Isabella grabbed her wrist and bade he stop. The touch of her hand was so tender, his heart newly began to beat anew. After centuries of deathly stillness. There is more, she spoke. I am with child. Oh my god. That's terrible. Tyromancy, or the noble art of cheese divination. What splendid diversity reigns in the kingdom of cheese. The ripened curd can be white or blue, hard or soft, fresh or aged, from the milk of cows, sheep or goats, brine, pickled or touched, or untouched. This list could go on until the end of time, and each of them, every last slice, every morsel and crumb, not only brings with it an unmatched rush of sensory experience, but in the right hands can be made to reveal the universe's most closely guarded secrets. For cheese, like the innards of sacrificed animals, the flight of a swallow or vivid dreams can be used for divination. The depth and size of cheese's holes reveal that when rains will fall in the coming year, while the color of mold veins tells who shall love whom, and the scent of hard grana padano predicts which army will vanquish its foes, and which shall perish. The best divination, however, is done using the ancient method of fondue. One must simply melt two different kinds of cheese, preferably Emmental and Gruyere, in white wine, or in a pinch in a dry apple cider. Then one must use a long stick to immerse a morsel of bread in the resultant thick, soupy mixture, all the while keeping in mind their question, what shall my child be like when he, or she, as the case may be, grows? Then bring the cheese-covered morsel of bread up to the candle, so that it casts a shadow on the wall. The shape will provide a sure and easily understood answer to your inquiry. Yeah, I don't know if I buy into all of that craziness, to be honest. Let's see, we have... most recent book that we picked up, Chronicles of Redania. Vrydank the Elf, despite what one might conclude from his moniker, not one drop of elven blood flowed in King Vrydank's veins. They called him the Elf because of his exceptional beauty and for the great admiration he felt for the End Shade. This fascination, seemingly harmless, would have horrible long-term consequences. King Vrydank, spitting in the face of all laws and customs, chose as his wife a half-elf, and one of low status at that, known as Beatrix of Kovir. The fruit of this regrettable and short-lived mésalliance was Falca, who later fomented bloody revolt against her own father. Though this uprising was ultimately extinguished and Falca herself burned at the stake, the young state was thereafter thrown into chaos for years to come. Okay, Falca, interesting. Look, I think we're going to take a bit of a break here. Maybe what we'll do, actually, is go ahead and invest our point that we just got here. I'm thinking we don't have another open slot, so if I remove anything, I'm not sure what we would remove, actually, at this point. We could deflect arrows, but it's for perfectly timed. I don't know that we need to do that. I would like to go into some of our signs next, but I think it just makes sense to do the protective coating since we don't have another slot available anyways. This is going to add 20% protection against attacks from the monster type the oil targets and add 20% to our potion duration. So let's do that. I do want to get into specifically the Quen sign. A lot of these are actually quite good, so between that and alchemy, that's going to be our main build for sure. But yeah, thanks guys for watching. We're going to see you very soon, and we have all these people that we need to talk to for Broken Flowers. They're all in the vicinity, so it's not so bad. And then we're going to get outside and do some of the quests around the city of Novigrad, which is going to keep us pretty busy. We have some up to the north. We have a whole bunch of notice boards. We have some random things available here. We still have a bunch down on this coast and really southern areas here. I'm not sure that things will ever lead us back here, so I'm going to probably have to go there myself, but it's all good. All right, guys, thanks again. Take care. Bye.